Hello everyone, कैसे हैं आप सभी? Welcome to the channel. So today we are going to start our next chapter in the series of Polity through MCQ series, and these MCQs are directly based on the book M. Lakshmikant. Now today we are going to start with the chapter President. But before starting the chapter, let me give you some of the explanation part, and then we will straight away start with the questions. Now the president is mentioned under part 5, that is the union executive. यूनियन एग्जीक्यूटिव में प्रेसिडेंट के बारे में मैंशनड है फ्रॉम आर्टिकल 52 टू 78. ऑल ऑफ द प्रोविजंस रिगार्डिंग द प्रेसिडेंट आर कंटेन्ड इन आर्टिकल 52 टू आर्टिकल 78. नाउ पार्ट 5, as I told you, is about the union executive. So what all does the union executive consist of? So it consists of the president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, and the attorney general of India. So this is an important point. You should all notice and just remember this कि union executive consists of president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, and attorney general. Now if I talk about the elections regarding the post of the president, so what constitutes the electoral college of the president? So it consists of the elected members of the both houses of the parliament. Secondly, it consists of elected member of the legislative assembly of the states. Third is the elected member of the legislative assemblies of Union Territory of Delhi and Puducherry. Now this you'll know कि यूनियन टेरिटरीज टोटल जितनी हैं उसमें से सिर्फ 2 यूनियन टेरिटरीज का अपना स्टेट का लेजिस्लेचर है, दैट इज दिल्ली एंड पुदुचेरी. दैट इज वाई द इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स ऑफ द लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबलीज ऑफ यूटीज ऑफ दिल्ली एंड पुदुचेरी इज ऑल्सो इंक्लूडेड. सो who all does not vote in the electoral college then this is a point to be noted, that the nominated members of the both houses of the parliament, nominated members of the state legislative assemblies, and then both elected as well as nominated member of the state legislative councils, ठीक है, these all do not participate in the election process of the president. Now the president is elected on the basis of system of a proportional representation by the means of single transferable vote. I hope कि यहाँ तक सारा मैटर आपका क्लियर होगा. Now let us see about the qualifications for the post of the president. Then the president should be a citizen of India. His age should be 35 years of age. He should be qualified, or he or she should be qualified for the election as a member of Lok Sabha. Next, he or she does not hold any office of profit under the union. Now third point is, when the president is elected, all the disputes regarding the election of the president, so all the dispute regarding the election of the president is finalized by the Supreme Court of India and the decision is binding. Also another point is, an election of the president, election to the president cannot be challenged on the ground of that the electoral college was incomplete. इनकम्प्लीट इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज के केस में ये डिस्प्यूट चैलेंज नहीं किया जा सकता है कि प्रेसिडेंट का इलेक्शन ना हो. ठीक है, आई होप दीज थिंग्स आर क्लियर नाउ. व्हाट आर द सम ऑफ द कंडीशंस ऑफ द ऑफिस ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट? सबसे पहले, ही शुड नॉट बी अ मेंबर ऑफ ईदर हाउस ऑफ पार्लियामेंट और एनी हाउस ऑफ द स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर. Second one, he should not hold any office of profit. Third point, his emoluments and the allowances that are given to the president cannot be diminished during his tenure. Cannot be diminished during his tenure. Okay, the oath to the president is administered by the Chief Justice of India, and if the Chief Justice is not there, then the senior most judge of the Supreme Court administers the oath. I hope These things are clear. Now the next important point is regarding the immunity. As the post of the president is the most dignified post of the country, and also the president is the first citizen of the country, so there are certain immunities that are given to the president. First of all, he or she enjoys the personal immunity from the legal liabilities for official act. Any act done in the official capacity of legal liabilities वो प्रेसिडेंट के ऊपर नहीं होती है. ठीक है. Now second thing, he is immune from the criminal proceedings. It means that no criminal proceedings can be initiated against the president, but civil proceedings can be instituted, and a prior notice of 2 months is given before the institution of a civil proceeding. So a basic point here to note that he gains personal immunities from the legal liabilities for official acts done during his tenure. Secondly, no criminal proceeding can be instituted. It also means that he cannot be arrested. Other than this, the civil proceedings can be initiated, but 2 months notice is to be given to the president. Okay, now what is the term of the president? So the president term is around 5 years, and he is eligible for re-election. It means that he can be elected n number of times. Now what about the impeachment? So there is a basic difference between the impeachment process of the president when we compare it to the vice president. See, there is no formal provision mentioned in the constitution regarding the impeachment of the vice president. ये हम vice president के chapter में पढ़ेंगे. It is the next chapter only. Whereas if I talk about the president, there is a formal procedure mentioned in the constitution about the impeachment of the president. Now the charges on which are given in the constitution on which the president can be impeached is the violation of constitution. These are the charges. However, the violation of the constitution is nowhere mentioned in the constitution, just like the term federation, and just like the term cabinet, just like the term untouchability. अगर आप सारी वीडियोस फॉलो कर रहे हो तो यू विल गेट टू नो कि दीज आर द टर्म्स विच आर नॉट मेंशनड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ठीक है. ऑल्सो द टर्म माइनॉरिटी इज ऑल्सो नॉट मैंशनड. सो अगर आप वीडियोस को लेक्चर 1 से कंटिन्यूसली फॉलो कर रहे हो तो यू विल गेट टू नो दैट दीज टर्म्स आर नॉट मेंशनड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. आई होप कि आई एम क्लियर, एब्सोल्युटली क्लियर हियर. ठीक है. Now the impeachment of the what is the process of the impeachment of the president? The impeachment process can be initiated by either house of the parliament, may it be Rajya Sabha, may it be Lok Sabha. दोनों में से कोई भी initiate कर सकता है. The charges which are pressed should be signed by 1/4 of the members of the house, and a 14 days notice is to be given to the president. Now after the impeachment process, after the impeachment charges are usually signed by 1/4 of the members of the house, the impeachment process is passed by a majority of 2/3 of the member present and voting. ठीक है. Now the president has right to appear in such an investigation. Also, the impeachment process of the president is a quasi judicial process. How it is a quasi judicial process? That two things should be noted here. सबसे पहला तो we have seen that the nominated member does not take parts in the election of the president. However, the nominated member of either house of the parliament, may it be Lok Sabha and may it be Rajya Sabha, दोनों में से किसी भी house के nominated members can participate in the impeachment process, although they do not take active part or they do not play any role in the election process of the president. However, the nominated members can take part in the impeachment process. Second, the elected member of the Legislative Assembly of Union Territories of Delhi and Pondicherry, they do not participate in the impeachment process. However, they participate in the election process. ठीक है, आई होप कि आपको ये चीज़ें क्लियर हो गई हैं। ठीक है, नाउ लेट मी मूव टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, दैट इज रिगार्डिंग द वैकेंसी। तो द वैकेंसी इन द ऑफिस कैन बी ऑन द अकाउंट ऑफ एक्सपायरेशन ऑफ टर्म, रेजिग्नेशन, इम्पीचमेंट और बाय द डेथ। ठीक है ना, when the vacancy is caused due to the expiration of the terms, then an election should take place for the election for the post of the president. ठीक है, this is regarding the expiration of the term. When the office fall vacant due to resignation, removal or death, then the election to the vacancy shall be held in 6 months, within 6 months from the date of the resignation. ठीक है ना, now let us move to the powers and functions of the president. Now if I talk about the executive powers of the president, then first of all there is a thing to note. Just a second. Now regarding the executive powers of the president, now सबसे पहले तो all the executive action of the government of India are taken in his name. ठीक है, because he is the head of the state. And who is the head of government? तो the prime minister is the head of government. ठीक है, now next important thing is he frames rules for the more convenient transaction of the business for the union government. Third, he can take all executives, ये तो मैंने बता दिया, executive all the executive actions are taken in his name. Now और क्या functions, executive function, the president appoints the prime minister and then the prime minister advises the president on appointing other ministers. ठीक है, it means that the council of minister, the other minister as well as the prime minister, they both hold office during the pleasure of president. In addition to this, the president appoints CAG, he appoints the attorney general, and the president also determines the salary and remuneration of the attorney general. He also appoints the member and the chairperson of UPSC, finance commission, etc. Also the president can appoint an interstate council, and this interstate council is made under article 263. Also he can directly administer the union territory through administrator appointed by him. He can declare any area as scheduled area. तो ये कुछ पॉइंट्स हैं, ये मैं आपके रिवीजन के लिए बता रहा हूँ मैं. ठीक है, so these are all the important points regarding the executive power of the president. Now let us come to the legislative power. Now the president can summon or prorogue the parliament and dissolve the Lok Sabha. ठीक है, next is he can address the parliament at the commencement of the first session, and after each general election the president addresses the parliament. Third is disqualification of the members of parliament. All the matters relating to the disqualification of members is decided by the president after taking advice from the election commission. Okay, now he can promulgate ordinance under article 123 of the constitution, and governor भी ordinance लेके आ सकते हैं अंडर आर्टिकल 213. ठीक है, तो दिस विल स्टडी इन द गवर्नर चैप्टर. इसके अलावा प्रायर रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट इज नीडेड टू इंट्रोड्यूस सम टाइप्स ऑफ बिल्स. ठीक है, विच आर दीज, जैसे मनी बिल है, मनी बिल नीड्स अ प्रायर रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट. द मनी बिल का आर्टिकल क्या है, 110 है. ठीक है, अ बिल फॉर द अल्टरेशन ऑफ बाउंड्री ऑफ द स्टेट्स. अल्टरेशन ऑफ बाउंड्री हमने देखा ना, आर्टिकल 3 में मेंशन्ड है ये. इसके रिगार्डिंग कोई भी बिल आएगा, दैट टू रिक्वायर्स प्रायर कंसेंट ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट. दीज आर सम ऑफ द important legislative functions that the president does. Also article 356 के अंदर president rule लगता है, उसके बाद में certain power regarding the states come to the hands of the president. Now, some of the financial power is that money bill can only be introduced with the prior consent of prior recommendation of president. Then the annual financial statement, जिसका other word जो budget भी है mentioned in article 112, he causes this annual financial statement to be laid down in the parliament. ठीक है. He is in charge of the contingency fund of India, which is held by the finance secretary. So these are some of the financial functions that the president performs. Next is he can constitute a finance commission, article 280, and he mentions term of references under which the finance commission formulates how much money is to be distributed among the center and the states. What are the judicial powers? सबसे पहले तो the president appoints the judges of Supreme Court and High Court. ठीक है. Under article 143 the president can take advice from the Supreme Court regarding matter which is related to a pre-constitutional treaty, etc. Also, pardoning powers of the president are mentioned under article 72 under which वो pardon कर सकता है, deprive, respite, remit the punishment or suspend any form of punishment. Also, the pardoning powers of the president are wider than that of the governor. क्यों? क्योंकि governor cannot pardon a death sentence which is offered by a military court, but the president has the power to do so. Now, if I talk about the veto power, certain type of veto power is there with the president of India. सबसे पहला तो absolute veto. What does this means? मतलब कि withhold कर लेना assent को. This is a absolute veto का मतलब. Then there is qualified veto, but this type of veto is not present in the case of the Indian president. Then there is suspensive veto. ठीक है. Then there is pocket veto. Pocket veto में क्या होता है? The president keeps the bills with him and does not takes any action. जैसे होता है ना कि कुछ भी हाथ में रखा और पॉकेट में डाल लिया, पॉकेट में डाल के भूल गए, मतलब द प्रेसिडेंट डज नॉट टेक एनी एक्शंस ऑन दीज टाइप्स ऑफ बिल. ठीक है. सो इतना ध्यान रखना, द क्वालिफाइड वीटो इज नॉट देयर इन द केस ऑफ इंडियन प्रेसिडेंट. अदर देन दैट इज एब्सोल्यूट वीटो, pocket veto, suspensive veto. These types of veto power are there in the context of the Indian president. ठीक है. Ordinance making power, I have already told you, is mentioned under article 123 of the constitution, but these are temporary laws. ठीक है. And also these can be challenged in the court. Also, these temporary laws or ordinance are considered as law under article 13 of the constitution, which are subject to judicial review. ठीक है. And there are some conditions for the ordinance. सबसे पहला तो this I'll tell, बहुत सारे questions पर लेके आए इसमें, बहुत है, plenty of questions are there. तो ये सारा हम options इसमें MCQs में discuss करेंगे. मेरा explanation part में बस बताने का ये मतलब होता है ताकि आपको कंटेक्स्ट समझ में आ जाए एंड यू कैन रिवाइज थिंग्स एट अ सर्टेन लेवल, ताकि आपको इशू ना आए. ठीक है. सो नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द क्वेश्चंस हियर. लेट अस स्टार्ट विद क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. व्हेन द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज टू बी इम्पीच्ड फॉर द वायलेशन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, द चार्ज शैल बी प्रेफर्ड ईदर by either house of the parliament. Yes, the statement is true. The charge can be placed by either house of the parliament or it can be initiated to राज्य सभा भी कर सकता है, लोक सभा भी कर सकता है. Now, an election to fill the vacancy in the office of President of India occurring by the reason of his death, resignation or removal or otherwise shall be held in no case later than 9 months from the date of occurrence of the vacancy. The statement is absolutely incorrect because 9 month का कोई टेन्योर नहीं होता है, 6 month का टेन्योर होता है. सो द सेकेंड से स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग. करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा हमारा ओनली 1. Now let us proceed to the next question. The President nominates 12 members of Rajya Sabha on the advice of Council of Ministers. Yes, this is absolutely true. And these members are from the field of literature, social service, art. एक चीज़ ध्यान रखना, बस स्पोर्ट्स से नॉमिनेशन नहीं होता है, ठीक है. Else 12 members are nominated by the President. Now earlier the President also had power to appoint 2 persons from the Anglo-Indian community. उनको रिजर्वेशन मिलता था, but this reservation has ended by the 104th Amendment Act of the Constitution. Now next is the President has absolute power to appoint and remove the chairman and members of the statutory body at his discretion. No, at his discretion मतलब कि individual judgment, but this is not true. The President, according to Article 75 of the Constitution, there is a Council of Ministers which is headed by the Prime Minister to aid and advise the President. ठीक है, तो सेकंड स्टेटमेंट हमारा रॉन्ग है, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट है. 2 का ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. On the expiry of the terms of 5 years by the President of India, the outgoing President must continue to hold the office until his successor enters upon his office. Absolutely correct and logical statement है, क्योंकि जब तक सक्सेसर नहीं आता है तब तक वो प्रेसिडेंट की जो पोस्ट है वो वेकेंट रहेगी, तो डिसीजन मेकिंग जो है वो स्लो होगी. दैट इज़ वाई द ओल्ड प्रेसिडेंट कंटिन्यूज फॉर द पीरियड until his successor assumes the office. Second is the electoral college for the president's election consists of the elected member of Legislative Assembly of Delhi and Puducherry also. Absolutely correct. इसके अलावा elected members of the parliament, both the houses, and elected members of the state legislative assemblies are also there. ठीक है, nominated members and the members of the state legislative council do not participate in the process of the election for the post of president. So correct answer हमारा both हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, both 1 and 2 are correct. Now the next question is the executive power of the union is vested in the President of India. The President shall exercise this power. ठीक है, either he exercises it directly or through officers subordinate to him in accordance to the provisions of the law. Constitution. So either directly or through the officers subordinate to him in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Yes, 4 ka C is absolutely correct statement. Now let's move to question number 5. Which of the following statement is correct? We have to mention the correct statement here. The Chief Election Commissioner of India holds his office during the pleasure of President. It is absolutely wrong. देखो, Chief Election Commissioner जो होता है, he can hold office. यहाँ पे पार्लियामेंट अगर इनका रिमूवल करना है तो पार्लियामेंट में देयर इज़ अ लॉ, जैसे द वे इन विच द सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजेस आर इम्पीच्ड, वैसे ही रिमूवल होता है ऑफ द चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर. तो प्रेसिडेंट हैज़ नो रोल टू प्ले इन इट. सो व्हाट ऑल कॉन्स्टिट्यूट्स, कौन कौन से वो ऑफिसर्स हैं विच होल्ड द ऑफिस ड्यूरिंग द प्लेजर ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट. फर्स्ट वन इज प्राइम मिनिस्टर होल्ड्स द ऑफिस ड्यूरिंग द प्लेजर ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट. देन देयर इज गवर्नर. देन हमारा है काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर. देन हमारा एक होता है अटॉर्नी जनरल. ठीक है, अब ऑप्शंस देख लेते हैं. द गवर्नर ऑफ अ स्टेट होल्ड्स हिज ऑफिस ड्यूरिंग द प्लेजर ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है. ठीक है, द प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैन ओनली बी रिमूव्ड बाय रिजोल्यूशन पास बाय द बोथ हाउस. नो, President can remove the Prime Minister as the Prime Minister holds office during the pleasure of President. The Speaker of Lok Sabha बिल्कुल गलत है. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha directly remove हो सकता है. 5 का correct answer would be B. Now the next question is, in which of the following cases the President of India is not bound by the advice of Council of Ministers? It means this question is asking about the independent choice that the president can make with his own discretion. Okay, now the first one is the choice of prime minister. Yes, this is absolutely correct. When the majority party, if any of the party in the Lok Sabha does not secures majority, then it is up to the discretion of president as to whom he appoints the president, prime minister. So first one is correct. The dismissal of a government which refuses to quit after having lost its majority in the House of People, absolutely correct. Third one is about the allocation of business. Now in this allocation of business, the president has to take the advice of the council of minister, and this is given under article 74 of the constitution. So the third statement is wrong here. So automatically our answer comes, it is 1, 2 and 4. Again, the fourth option is the dissolution of the house when appeal to the electorate becomes necessary. This is absolutely correct. So हमारा B यहाँ पे correct answer होगा. Now let's proceed to the next question. Which of the following statement is not correct? There shall be a council of ministers headed by prime minister to aid and advise the president, who shall act in accordance with such advice. Absolutely correct statement है. Then the president may require the council of ministers to reconsider such advice. Absolutely correct. But again, when the council of ministers gives the same advice to the president, then the president is bound to accept it. एक time, for one time, the president can return that for reconsideration of the council of ministers. But again, if the council of ministers passes the same advice, the president is bound to accept it. Next is the president need not act in accordance with the advice tendered after such reconsideration. अभी बताया मैंने, after reconsideration, after the president advises the council of ministers to reconsider the advice, and again the council of ministers gives that same advice, the president has to accept it. So this statement is not correct. Now next comes question number 8. There is list 1 and list 2. These are some of the important articles of the constitution, and उसको हमें match करना है. Now the power to grant pardon, I have already told in the explanation part, is mentioned under article 72. Then comes the executive power of the union, article 53. Then the power to appoint the prime minister, it is given under article 75. Then appointment of the attorney general is given in article 176. 148 articles tells us about the appointment of CAG. Article 149 tells us about the powers and duties of CAG. Powers and duties of CAG. Okay, so B is the correct answer to the 8th question. ये articles आप एक बार note कर लेना, revise कर लेना इनको. These articles are important. Let's now move to the next question. The president can commute death sentence to life imprisonment. In the explanation part, I already told you that the power to grant pardon, which lies with the president, is much wider than that which is given to the governor. For example, the governor cannot commute death sentence. पहला तो मैंने ये बताया था, death sentence को governor commute नहीं कर सकते हैं. And second point which I told about the court martial. Court martial के regarding the governor has no right. Only president can commute the sentence which is given under court martial. So the president can commute death sentence to life imprisonment. Absolutely correct. The governor cannot commute death sentence to life imprisonment. The third statement is the president power to pardon extends to punishment on sentences by court martial. So which of the following statement is correct? Third one is correct. First one is correct. ठीक है. Second one is not correct. Correct answer is 9 का B. Next is the president is the chief executive of the government of India. So the statement is absolutely correct. The president of India is elected by the elected members of the parliament and elected member of the state legislative assemblies. Absolutely correct statement है दोनों, but the reason is not responsible for the assertion. Link नहीं है, that is why both A and R are individually true, and R is not the correct explanation of A. B is the right answer. Now, in which of the following cases the president of India is not bound by the aid and advice of the Union Council of Ministers? अभी मैंने इतना explanation part आपको provide किया है. Now, in deciding the question for removal of governor, yes, advice is needed. In decided whether a member of Lok Sabha has become disqualified to continue as a member. So यहाँ पे काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर की एडवाइस नहीं लेते हैं प्रेसिडेंट, यहाँ पे एडवाइस ली जाती है इलेक्शन कमीशन की, ठीक है, इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया की एडवाइस ली जाती है. सो बी इज़ द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके. पार्डन ग्रांट करने में भी एडवाइस ली जाती है काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर की. एंड डिसमिसिंग सिविल सर्वेंट विदाउट एनी इंक्वायरी एंड हियरिंग ऑन द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ सिक्योरिटी ऑफ स्टेट, यहाँ पे भी एडवाइस ली जाती है. Now, money can be advanced out of the contingency fund of India to meet unforeseen expenditure by. Now, contingency fund of India, in the explanation part, I already told you. इसका कि the contingency fund is under the president, and president के अंदर में भी the finance secretary holds this fund. तो करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? अंडर द प्रेसिडेंट. 12 का बी इज़ द राइट आंसर. जस्ट अ सेकेंड. हाँ ठीक है. लेट्स मूव टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 13. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 है हमारा, द चार्ज ऑफ वायलेशन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बाय प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया फॉर हिज इम्पीचमेंट कैन नॉट बी प्रेफर्ड बाय ए हाउस अनलेस. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज a resolution containing the proposal is moved after 7 days notice in writing and not less than 1/4 of the total members of that house. ठीक है, 1/4 का तो यहाँ पे बिल्कुल सही दिया है, बट नॉट 7 days but 14 days notice is to be given. So हमारा फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पे रॉन्ग हो गया. Then the resolution is passed by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the total membership of that house. Absolutely correct statement है. And both houses, it means the Rajya Sabha as well as the Lok Sabha need to pass it. ठीक है, that is why हमारा B only यहाँ पे correct answer होगा. Now the next question is, the Constitution 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 made it obligatory for the President to act in accordance with the advice of the Council of Ministers. For the above purpose, which one of the following articles of the Constitution was amended by the 42nd Amendment Act? Now, I already told you कि Article 74 is there, जहाँ पे the President appoints the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister heads the Council of Ministers, and the Council of Ministers is there to aid and advise the President. Okay, so amendments were made to the Article 74 of the Constitution. Next is, the President of India has the power to grant pardon, reprieve, respite or remission of a punishment, or to suspend, remit or commute sentence. So this is absolutely correct. The President exercises not only executive function but also judicial and legislative function. Pardon है तो यहाँ पे देखो ये सारा pardon का ही तो function है. Legislative function में क्या था कि ordinance issue कर सकता है. एग्जीक्यूटिव फंक्शंस में क्या था? ऑल द एग्जीक्यूटिव डिसीजंस आर मेड ऑन द नेम ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट. दीज ऑल आर द एग्जीक्यूटिव फंक्शन. एक्सप्लेनेशन पार्ट में मैंने बताया था. तो करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा कि बोथ ए एंड आर आर इंडिविजुअली ट्रू एंड आर इज द करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ ए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट अबाउट द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया? Now, he can address the both houses of parliament, can summon the house of the parliament, and can send a message to either house of the parliament. Yes, this is one of the executive functions that the president performs. Now, he can summon the house of parliament but cannot send message. बिल्कुल नहीं, गलत statement है. He can send message to either house of the parliament but cannot summon. He can summon, और समन तो छोड़ो, ही कैन ऑल्सो समन अ जॉइंट सिटिंग विच इज मेंशन अंडर आर्टिकल 108 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके, ही कैन नॉट सेंड मैसेज, ये तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. तो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट? हमारा ए स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पे करेक्ट है. ही कैन एड्रेस बोथ हाउसेज ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट एंड कैन समन द हाउस ऑफ पार्लियामेंट एंड कैन सेंड मैसेज टू ईदर हाउस ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट. Next is, the President of India can be a member of Parliament. Next है हमारा, is a part of Parliament. Yes, he is a part of Parliament. The Parliament constitutes the President, the Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha, एंड द हाउस ऑफ पीपल दैट इज लोकसभा। ठीक है, 17 का बी इज राइट। नेक्स्ट इज which one of the following statement about the impeachment of the president is not correct? We have to identify the not correct statement here. The charge for the violation of constitution shall be preferred by either house of the parliament. Absolutely correct. The resolution has to be moved after at least 30 days. No 30 days but 14 days. So this is the not correct statement. Let us see the options as well. The resolution has to be signed by not less than 1/4. बिल्कुल सही है. The resolution has to be passed by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the total membership of the house. Absolutely correct. हमारा इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट क्या है यहाँ पे? तो बी है. Next is which one of the following proposition is the correct description of the power of the president under article 356, that is president rule के अंदर कौन कौन सी powers हैं? Now the first is if the chief minister in spite of commanding the confidence of the legislative assembly cannot run his government in accordance with the constitution, the president can proclaim the emergency. Yes, when the president thinks that the government in the state cannot be carried on as per the provisions of the constitution, so under article 356 the emergency can be imposed. Other ground of proclaiming the president rule is mentioned under article 365, where if the state government does not follow the center directions of the center, then also the president rule can be imposed. ठीक है, सो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट हमारा क्या मिल गया यहाँ पे हमें डायरेक्टली, यहाँ पे ये स्टेटमेंट है. नेक्स्ट इज वी हैव टू मैच द कंटेंट्स विद द आर्टिकल. नाउ लिस्ट 1 में दिया हमारे आर्टिकल्स एंड लिस्ट 2 में हमारा यहाँ पे कंटेंट दिया है. सो आर्टिकल 61 इज रिलेटेड टू द इलेक्शन ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट. देन हमारा आर्टिकल 61 is related to the impeachment. Article 54 is related to the election of president. Then comes article 52 is related to the president of India and 56 is related to the term of president's office. ठीक है, 61 याद रखना, impeachment से related है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये. ठीक है, करेक्ट आंसर हमारा क्या हो जाएगा? करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा हमारा डी. नेक्स्ट इज the rule of passing a resolution by 2/3 of majority of the total number of members of the House of Parliament is applicable in case of what? Impeachment of president. Simple है. Next is no public expenditure can be incurred except with the sanction of the Parliament. Next is during an emergency the President of India is empowered to authorize the expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India. So the reason is absolutely incorrect. ठीक है, it is not during the emergency, it is during the financial emergency that president के हाथ में powers आती हैं. ठीक है, reason is incorrect, assertion is absolutely true. 22 का C is the right answer. Next is question number 23. 23 हमसे क्या बोल रहा है? As per the provisions of the constitution, who makes rules for the most convenient transaction of the business of the government of India and for the allocation of ministers of the said business? Who makes it? President makes it. Next is which one of the following statement is correct? On receipt of a constitutional amendment bill after its passing by each of the parliament, the president, what can a president do? So president shall give his assent to the constitutional amendment bill. ठीक है. Next is the president may require the council of ministers to reconsider the advice tendered by the latter and shall act in accordance with the advice tendered after such reconsideration. So this provision was added by which amendment? So this provision was added by the 44th amendment of 1978. And why is that? क्योंकि 1975 में emergency was imposed, so there were many loopholes in the constitution. That is why 44th Amendment Act was brought in, जिसमें कि the advice of the Council of Minister was made binding on the President. ठीक है, सी हमारा करेक्ट आंसर है. Next is question number 26. The President of India can return any bill passed by the Parliament for the reconsideration of the House. Next is the president cannot return money bill to the parliament for reconsideration of that house. Yes, the money bill cannot be returned. क्यों? क्योंकि it is introduced with the prior consent of the president. फर्स्ट क्या है, द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया कैन रिटर्न एनी बिल. नहीं भाई, मनी बिल को नहीं कर सकते हैं रिटर्न. ठीक है, एजर्शन हमारा फॉल्स है, रीजन इज एब्सोल्युटली ट्रू. 26 का डी इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट करेक्ट अबाउट द पावर्स ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट टू ग्रांट पार्डन, रिप्राइव, रिस्पाइट, रेमिशन ऑफ द पनिशमेंट और टू सस्पेंड, रेमिट और कम्यूट एनी सेंटेंस ऑफ एनी person convicted of any offense. Now, the president can do so in all the cases where the punishment, हमें क्या बताना है यहाँ पे, हमें नॉट करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट बताना है. द प्रेसिडेंट कैन डू सो इन ऑल द केसेस वेयर द पनिशमेंट और सेंटेंस इज बाय कोर्ट मार्शल. करेक्ट. द प्रेसिडेंट में एक्सरसाइज सच पावर्स इन ऑल केसेस वेयर पनिशमेंट और सेंटेंस इज फॉर ऑफेंस अगेंस्ट लॉ फॉलिंग अंडर द एग्जीक्यूटिव पावर ऑफ द यूनियन. करेक्ट. द प्रेसिडेंट में एक्सरसाइज सच पावर इन ऑल केसेस. Absolutely correct. The president may reject a petition for mercy, but he must hear a petition for mercy before rejecting. No, there is no such provision. ठीक है, this is a wrong statement. Next is, which one of the following statement about the executive powers of the president is incorrect? Now, all the important appointments are made by the president on the advice of council of minister. Absolutely correct statement है. The prime minister and all union ministers are appointed by the president. Yes, the president has absolute power to appoint and remove the chairman and the members of the statutory body. नहीं, council of minister का रोल होता है इसमें, absolute power नहीं होती है, discretionary power नहीं है ये president की. तो incorrect statement कौन सा हो गया हमारा? C हो गया. Next is question number 29. The President of India is elected by the electoral college consisting of the elected member of parliament and state legislative assemblies. ठीक है, यहाँ पे all members आ गया, all members नहीं होता, elected members होता है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे legislative council आ गया, the legislative council plays no role and all members आ गए यहाँ पे, ये भी गलत है इसलिए that is why B is right. Next is question number 30. 30 हमसे क्या बोल रहा है, तो 30 में if a bill other than money bill is returned by the president for reconsideration of the house, the bill is again passed by both houses of parliament with or without amendment and again presented to the president, then also it is not obligatory upon him to declare assent. Not obligatory नहीं होता, obligatory होता है president पे to accept it, and this provision was added by 44th amendment. ठीक है, first statement is not correct. A bill for the purpose of formation of new state and alteration of areas, boundaries or name of existing state, this is article 3 of the constitution if you remember, can be introduced in either house of parliament and no recommendation of president. Wrong. Prior recommendation of president is required for introduction of such bills. So 1 और 2 दोनों statement incorrect है, correct answer हो जाएगा हमारा D. Now next is question number 31. The president of India is indirectly elected. Absolutely correct statement है, क्योंकि the elected members of the parliament and legislative assemblies elect the president. Second is, under a parliamentary system of government, the head of state is only a nominal head. Yes, because who is real head या real executive? It is the prime minister. ठीक है, so 31 का A, assertion and reason both are individually true and R is the correct explanation of A. Next is, the authority to declare war or peace under the Indian constitution is vested in, so this is when she vested in the president. Article 352 याद है ना, the president can declare war, external aggression, armed rebellion in any part of India or whole of India. ठीक है, D is the correct answer. I hope कि you have understood this. Next is, which one of the following statement is correct? Correct statement बताना है हमें. The president may continue to be a member of parliament even after assuming the charge of presidential office. Wrong. The president is not debarred from holding. No, the president is barred from holding any office of profit. ठीक है. The president is entitled to use official residence only on a payment of rent fix. No, no rent is taken. Then is the emolument and allowance of the president shall not be diminished during his terms of office. Yes, absolutely correct. This is some of the advantages that the president gets. Next is, which one of the following is not a constitutional prerogative of the President of India? First one is returning a legislative bill for reconsideration. Yes, it is a constitutional prerogative. Returning a money bill for reconsideration. Yes, ये कहीं पे भी constitution में नहीं दिया है. Dissolving of Lok Sabha is one of the executive function that the one of the legislative function that the president performs. Summoning the Rajya Sabha is also related to the legislative feature of the president. So हमारा B is the correct answer. Now next is, which consider the following statement relating to the President of India. He may resign by writing to the Vice President. Absolutely correct. He shall continue, notwithstanding the expiration of his term, to hold the office until his successor enters upon the office. Absolutely correct. He is entitled to hold office for not more than 2 terms. The statement is absolutely wrong. He can be elected n number of times. ठीक है. So third statement is incorrect. Correct answer हो जाएगा 1 and 2. Next is, the President of India occupies almost the same position as the King or Queen of England. The next is absolutely correct. Titular head होते हैं. This is the same that is there in the England. The President is ultimately bound to act in accordance with the advice given by the Council of Ministers. Absolutely correct है. ठीक है. Both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Next is, the President of India is not the authority for the appointment of. इनमें से किसको अपॉइंट नहीं करते हैं हमारे प्रेसिडेंट? सो दिस इज़ अ गुड क्वेश्चन. जजेस ऑफ हाई कोर्ट को भी अपॉइंट करते हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के भी जजेस को अपॉइंट करते हैं, गवर्नर्स को भी अपॉइंट करते हैं, यूनियन मिनिस्टर्स को अपॉइंट करते हैं, प्राइम मिनिस्टर को अपॉइंट करते हैं, कैग को अपॉइंट करते हैं, फाइनेंस कमीशन को अपॉइंट करते हैं, इंटर स्टेट काउंसिल को अपॉइंट करते हैं. बट द चेयरमैन ऑफ स्टेट पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन इज अपॉइंटेड बाय द स्टेट गवर्नर. ठीक है. इट इज़ नॉट अंडर द प्रेसिडेंट. Next is, who among the following do not participate in the election of president? So elected member of Rajya Sabha, yes. Elected members of Lok Sabha, absolutely. Elected member of Vidhan Sabha, yes, मतलब legislative assembly. And then elected member of Vidhan Parishad, no. This is legislative council. So the members of legislative council may it be elected also, ये participate नहीं करते हैं. So D is the correct answer. Next is, the president is part of the parliament, absolutely correct. Then a bill passed by the 2 houses of parliament cannot become a law without the assent of the president. Yes, because all the executive decisions are taken on the name of the president. And अगर मैं parliament की बात करूँ तो parliament constitutes हमारा president, then हमारा लोक सभा, then हमारा राज्य सभा. So the correct answer to this question is A. Now the next question is, once the proclamation of emergency is made, the right of a citizen to move the Supreme Court for enforcement of his fundamental right is suspended by the. This I have already told you in the chapter of fundamental rights. प्रेसिडेंट जो हैं वो सीज कर लेते हैं, सस्पेंड कर देते हैं, एंड दिस इज मेंशन्ड अंडर आर्टिकल 359 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. 358 में क्या मेंशन था? 358 में मेंशन था द फंडामेंटल राइट्स गिवन अंडर आर्टिकल 19, दैट इज राइट टू फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन. इसके अंदर 6 राइट्स आर ऑटोमेटिकली सस्पेंडेड. ठीक है. 40 का बी इज राइट. Now, which one of the following is not correct regarding the executive power of the president? He must be kept informed by the prime minister of all the decisions made by cabinet. Yes. He presides over the meeting of the council of ministers. अरे भाई, council of minister का head PM होता है, president नहीं होता है. तो not correct statement B ही तो हो गया हमारा. Next is, the president of India can issue a proclamation of emergency under article 352 on the advice of prime minister. नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट है भाई, प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्यों एडवाइस देगा? काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर एडवाइस करती हैं, एंड दिस एडवाइस शुड बी रिटन, ओरल नहीं होना चाहिए. एजर्शन हमारा रॉन्ग है. देन इज व्हेन अ प्रोक्लेमेशन ऑफ इमरजेंसी इज मेड, द प्रेसिडेंट मे सस्पेंड द ऑपरेशन ऑफ ऑल फंडामेंटल राइट एक्सेप्ट आर्टिकल 20 एंड 21. सो इफ़ यू हैव नॉट स्टडीड द चैप्टर फंडामेंटल राइट्स, वो एक बार जाके रिवाइज कर लो, देन ये क्वेश्चन बहुत ईजिली बन जाएगा. ठीक है. ऑल द राइट्स आर सस्पेंडेड एक्सेप्ट the rights mentioned in Article 20 and 21. So A is false but R is true. ठीक है. Next is the power of the president to issue an ordinance is a legislative power. Explanation में बताया था मैंने. 43 का B is right. Next is the impeachment of the president can be initiated. ये भी बताया था. Either house of the parliament. 44 का A is correct. Next is who amongst the following decide about the disqualification of the member of parliament? It is the president who decides with taking advice from the election commission of India. 45 का D is right. Next is the constitution was the executive power of the union in the president of India. Absolutely correct है यहाँ पे. The president of India is constitutional head of the state. Yes. So both A and R are true. And R is the correct explanation of A. सारा कुछ मैंने बताया हुआ है. So there is no need बार बार repeat करने की. When the president of India is satisfied that the financial credit of the government is threatened, he may proclaim financial emergency under Article 360. ठीक है, emergency वाले चैप्टर में ये पढ़ा है मैंने. ओके. 47 का B is right. Next is 48. In the event of occurrence of vacancies in the office of both the president and the vice president, who among the following shall discharge the function of president? So, जब president नहीं है, vice president भी नहीं है to perform the role of the president, then the chief justice of India acts as the president. And जब chief justice of India भी नहीं है, तो senior most judge ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एक्ट्स एज द प्रेसिडेंट. ठीक है, तो करेक्ट आंसर क्या हो जाएगा हमारा? करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया. नेक्स्ट इज प्रेसिडेंट हैज़ पावर टू डिक्लेयर एमरजेंसी अंडर आर्टिकल 352 ऑन विच ग्राउंड्स? 10 बार बता चुका हूँ इमरजेंसी के चैप्टर में. वार, एक्सटर्नल एग्रेशन, आर्म रिबेलियन. इंटरनल डिस्टर्बेंस वॉज रीनेम्ड एज आर्म रिबेलियन बाई द 44th अमेंडमेंट एक्ट ऑफ 1978. ठीक है, 49 का B is right. Next is consider the following statement in respect of an ordinance promulgated by the President of India during the recess of Parliament. Such an ordinance may be withdrawn at any time. Absolutely correct. Such an ordinance shall be laid before both houses of Parliament and shall cease to operate at the expiration of 6 weeks from the reassembly of the Parliament or before that period is disapproved by the both houses. दोनों के दोनों आर एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. नेक्स्ट इज पावर्स यहाँ पे दी हुई है रिगार्डिंग पार्डन. नो, कम्यूटेशन का क्या मतलब होता है? इट इज सब्सटीट्यूशन ऑफ वन फॉर्म ऑफ अ पनिशमेंट फॉर अ लाइटर फॉर्म. रिप्राइव का क्या मतलब है? स्टे ऑफ द एग्जीक्यूशन फॉर अ टेम्पररी पीरियड. देन रेमिशन, reduce the sentence without changing character, and despite means awarding a lesser sentence in place of the original sentence. So correct answer क्या हो जाएगा हमारा? correct answer हो जाएगा C. Next is the president of India is not empowered to proclaim emergency arising out of war, external aggression. देखो ये क्वेश्चन आउटडेटेड हो गया क्योंकि पहले द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर वॉज सेपरेट, बट आफ्टर द स्टेट Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019, the President can now proclaim the financial emergency in state of Jammu and Kashmir. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन आज के हिसाब से रिलेवेंट नहीं है. ये मैंने ऐड इसलिए किया ताकि वो जम्मू कश्मीर देके आप करेक्ट ना मार्क करो उसको. The President of India has power to address both houses of the Parliament at the commencement of first session after the general election and the first session of each year. ठीक है, 1 and 3 है. कंफ्यूज, ईच सेशन नहीं होगा, बजट सेशन भी नहीं होगा. फर्स्ट सेशन आफ्टर द जनरल इलेक्शंस एंड द फर्स्ट सेशन ऑफ ईच ईयर. ठीक है, करेक्ट क्या होगा हो जाएगा आंसर हमारा 1 and 3. नेक्स्ट इज व्हेन द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट्स एज द प्रेसिडेंट, ही परफॉर्म साइमल्टेनियसली द फंक्शन ऑफ द चेयरमैन ऑफ राज्यसभा. बिल्कुल भी नहीं. राज्यसभा, द डिप्टी चेयरमैन एक्ट्स एज द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट एट दैट टाइम. Second is the President of India can promulgate ordinance at a time except when both houses are in session. Yes, second statement is absolutely correct. Next is The constitutional amendment relating to the declaration of emergency requires the president to act in accordance with the aid and advice of the council of ministers. 55 का हमारा क्या है, यूनियन कैबिनेट की एडवाइस चाहिए होती है, ठीक है। नाउ द यूनियन एग्जीक्यूटिव कंसिस्ट ऑफ द, कौन कौन होते हैं यूनियन एग्जीक्यूटिव में? सो यूनियन एग्जीक्यूटिव में होते हैं हमारे प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट और काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, ठीक है। 56 का D is right. So with this we have finished the chapter of president. In the coming videos we will do the rest of the chapters. Thank you for watching.